Karmic DF.
What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video, and this time we're going to take a look at that fateful day where Mr. Jeffrey supposedly went That being said, I already did the reading. It kind of was exactly what I expected, to be real with you, just with more oomph, more justice, I guess, in a different way. You'll see. You'll see. So as always, these are all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. So if you enjoy these readings, please give it a like. It really does support my channel. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Links are all down below. If you'd like to book a personal reading, links are all down below. Comment anything that may be able to help me fill in the gaps, because when I'm channeling, and I just don't do enough research, like I know the bare minimum and then I go in. I prefer going blind. So if there's anything that you could fill in the gaps for me for, please help. I appreciate that. But as always, to my regulars, hi guys, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We have a great time over here. Let me also know what you guys want to see in future videos, though put them on the community post because there's a better chance that I'll answer those. But as always, please enjoy this video and let's get into it. What is up, besties? So we are going to take a look at what happened on that fateful night when Mr. Jeffrey supposedly hung. And I'm just leave it at that because there's so many freaking keywords here. So as always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. So I'm going to take a look at what happened that night when he supposedly unalived himself. This is all legend for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. Okay, okay. What happened that night, Spirit? Others. Side of my comfort zone. Okay. I'm immediately hearing like we the people, but it's not like that. Like, how do I word this? So with the Judgment card, it's giving me like you will be dealt with per our people. Now, was Ghislaine, if I'm not saying her name right, I don't really care because she's a registered person, so I don't really care if I say her name right. But with the Lover's card right in the middle, what the hell? I need more cards. Hold up. Wow, look at all these major cards. They want. Huh. We want the conflict with our people, not yours. That's what I'm hearing. We want the conflict with our people, not yours. We don't want this gossip coming out. We need to bring it back into our group. And I'm noticing like the people in the hats, which is giving me ceremony energy. It's giving me dark magic type vibes. So allegedly, it feels like whatever the group was that he was in, because, you know, the little black book or whatever, it feels like they were people that do sacrifices, stuff like that. You would expect conspiracy in this reading. If not, I don't know why you're here. But with this, it's giving me like, we need to remove you so that you can face judge, jury, and executioner of our people. Does that make sense? Because like, the Temperance card is giving me like, it's happening, but it's happening behind closed doors. Like we're fixing things up or we're equaling things out behind closed doors. It's like, I'm taking this into my own hands. It's like, you did our people wrong, and so we're going to make you uncomfortable now because we had an agreement. The Lover's card is giving me like agreement energy. It's like you screwed us over. It feels like this is giving me the vibe of like, had you have been caught, like gone to court, jury, and people pulling out records and stuff, it's like you would have got all of us in trouble. It's like your mistake, your misstep could have caused our whole tower to fall. So, I mean, we all know that there's something going on. There's more people involved in this. That's why we're starting to see people get caught for stuff. But what it's giving me is like, we're going to be the judge, the jury, the executioner, not the people. Because it's giving me, because I'm hearing in my head like an elite squad known as a special victims unit. And it's giving me like people, and I'm seeing them like cloaked. So for me, that's like people we don't know, people that we don't either we don't know that they're doing bad shit, or we're not supposed to know, or we don't know that they exist, but there's some different level of power here, a level of power structure that exists outside of our government that they have, the rich folk. And it's like, I allegedly, I'm just going to get to this right now. Allegedly, I do not believe for a frickin' second that he just took the high road out. In fact, I see him in his cell being like, I know I'm going to get out. It's only a matter of time. I don't feel like he realized, however, that they were going to be pissed off enough to come after him. Because what I'm seeing is like, also with the Temperance cards, like I'm moody. But then with this card in this deck, it gives me like, we're gossiping. So it's like, I'm upset because people are now gossiping and they're going to, because I'm seeing someone like pulling up the rug and looking underneath. It's like, you didn't think, because you getting caught made us all at a chance of getting caught. So like, this is giving me, for the QAnon people, it's kind of giving me, they got some of this right. This feels like the book of names. We didn't want that getting out. I feel like it did get out. And so it's like, we're trying to control the situation. So we're going to get rid of you. We're going to cut ties with you. I'm seeing Ghislaine being thrown to the wolves. So just giving me the idea of like, she's going to take the hit for you so that someone goes down. But you're the one that we're mad at. But she's involved in it, and she did something stupid too. So she's going to take the fall, and then we're going to take actions into our own hands because you're mine now. Because it's giving me like, you're my bitch. Like, that's like the vibe that I'm getting. It's like, you know what you did. And so because it's giving like, how do I word this? Like, you know how like cults kind of like run with their own laws, their own rules. Like there's literally like, there's like churches where like government can't step on their property. Like, isn't that a thing? That's a real thing. It's giving like we live outside of the laws and we have our own law system, and you broke our laws. So we don't give a shit about the laws that are in place with the world. It's our laws that you broke, and so we're going to get you, especially because you just opened up a can of worms where the rest of us can be found out too. And now I'm being drawn to like dark web. So I'm wondering if like there's something in the book that's like has videos and it's like something to do with the dark web. And I'm seeing like politicians and I'm seeing like celebrities, and it's like there's a network. There's a network of people. I mean, are we shocked? There's a book and then it just freaking disappeared that had all these names and then we never heard anything. Yeah. Well, it feels like they took, because I'm seeing like a bait and switch. I'm seeing somebody coming through the back door. I don't know if this is a metaphor or if it's literal, but I'm seeing someone coming through the back door, and I'm seeing like a security guard. And I'm seeing like money switching hands. So I don't know if this is literal or metaphorical. As always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. That being said, I'm seeing someone coming in like through the back door. And the prison guard is like taking money from them. And then they come in. And it's like, come with me. And now I'm looking at Jeff. And Jeff is smiling because he knew this. It's like, now it's about time. And they switch him for another body. What I'm seeing is like, this is so fucking, God. Thank God I'm not as weird about conspiracies as I used to be. But I'm seeing like, I'm seeing them pulling out his teeth. And I'm seeing the teeth going into a body that looks like him. And I'm hearing the word cadaver, which is a dead body that medical people practice on. So is it possible that they had a cadaver body lined up and they put his teeth into that body so that it would match? Because it feels like, because I'm hearing this specific line that's in a movie that gives me an idea that everybody's in on it. Because I'm hearing, they all knew, which is a line from a chick flick, but it's giving me the vibe of like, everybody knows, everybody's in on it. And it's like, I feel like they took his teeth. This could have been beforehand or after, I'm not sure, but there's something to do with teeth. Because like, something to do with like DNA's matching up. Because they took his teeth. I feel like they took his teeth at one point or another and put it into a cadaver body. Because I'm seeing a cadaver body. I'm hearing the word cadaver. So that being said, there's definitely a body that was not his, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. But it's giving me the vibe of like, we already had this planned out. We have a body that works for this. We were ready for this in case it came. But you have to pay the piper. That's what I keep hearing. He's like, paid the piper. You're dealing with this conflict in-house. Because this is a card, Five of Wands, conflict between a lot of people. This is giving me the vibe with reverse. It's like you're dealing with this in-house. Our people will deal with you. We transition you out. So this is him literally leaving, allegedly, leaving wherever he was, whatever cell he was in. Like I saw someone coming in, paying off the guard, but it feels like it was pre-planned. Everybody involved knew it was going to happen. We got the cameras turned off. You're coming out. We're bringing this body in. I feel like the body has his teeth. I don't know why, but that's what I'm getting. So this could be metaphor, like we switch the DNA or something like that so that it lines up. Because I see someone like at a keyboard and I'm seeing like DNA. So like this feels like it was planned. It's like we because I'm hearing I got friends in low places. So that's, for me, that's a sign of like we got a lot of money, which is not shocking with Jeff. But it's like we got money in the police. We got money in the jails. We got money here. We got money there. We got money everywhere. And it's like, we're going to get you out and deal with you ourselves. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, something about, yeah. I feel like, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, no facts, I feel like whoever's involved with him was like, all right, we'll get you out. Like, this can't go down. None of us can be found out, so we'll get you out. But what he didn't know is this was not an offer of, like, I got your back. This was an offer of, like, time's up. Like, you didn't think about us when this was going down. And so, yeah, we got your back, but nope. You're not going to find your happiness outside of here because you have to go. This is giving me like emotional manipulation, Ace of Cups in reverse, emotional manipulation, Chariot in reverse, which is like a halt in progress, but it's also giving me like the getaway mobile. But with it right underneath the Six of Swords, which is transition, I'm feeling that's literal. It's like we did remove you, but you didn't understand what we were really doing. It's like we got you out. So I feel like Jeff was under the assumption that he was going to get out so that he could continue with his bullshit. Like, it's giving me like, because I'm seeing like a passport and like a fake identity. So I feel like whoever it is that he's in cahoots with, they were like, don't worry, get your fake passport. We already got your DNA records ready to go. And so it's like, it's giving me like, you're my friend, but you're my enemy. It's like Jekyll and Hyde vibe. It's like, I thought you had my back, but in reality, it was to get you because we were just waiting for the time to strike because you screwed us over. And now we're detached from you. We're not emotionally invested in you anymore. You really screwed us over. So we're going to get you out, but it's so we can take it into our own hands. Union. Like, notice how, this is a Fool, but notice how she's running away. This is giving me the vibe of like, we were agreeing to work together. We all had the same interests. We all liked the same things. We were working together, but my offer, Page of Cups, is not exactly what it gave off. And I'm being drawn to how she's scared and she's running away. I feel like that's how he felt in the last moments leading up to his actual unaliving. Because it's like, I can depend on you. I can trust you. And you got me out, but it was to lure me into, I'm hearing execution. So I feel like they were going to execute him. I'm almost seeing like Mafia, where it's like you show up in this like basement and you're talking to the guy and you think you're good. And then at the very end, it's like they shoot you in the head. That's what I'm seeing. It's like, here, I got your back. We're friends. We've been in this messed up shit together. I'll save you. And now it's like, oh, I think I'm starting something new here. And I got my people, my connections. They got my back. But it's like, nope. Nope. You did us dirty. You risked us being exposed. So now you got to go. And then I'm being drawn to Ghislaine again. It's like she's going to take the fall publicly. But we're going to deal with you because you were higher up and you knew better. You knew better and you didn't do better. You were being naive. You were being childish. You thought that you could get away with literal murder. You thought you could get away with murder. And that we would just always clean up the pieces. But you've been getting restless. You've been getting stupid. You've been getting naive. You're too much mess. We need to clean up all of your mess. And so we're done. And so we're offering you a way out. But what you think is the way out is actually a trick. It's like I'm seeing an animal being lured into a cage and then boom, cage is down. So I believe that he believed They were going to save him, but they were not going to save him. They were just going to deal with him themselves, because I'm hearing like this can never get out. This can never get out. What you know can never get out. Because I'm seeing like a canary, and I'm hearing like he'll talk. He'll talk. He'll bring us all down. Because like whatever shit, he had a lot of shit on a lot of people. He had a lot of shit on a lot of people, and most of them, all of them, didn't want this getting out. So it was like, for him, it was like, haha, regardless, because it's like, with the amount of dirt that I have, at the bare minimum, I'm getting out of this with immunity. I'll probably be ostracized and have to go to a different country. I can't live in America anymore. But because of all the dirt I have on everybody else, I'm not going to go to jail. Like, he never once believed he was going to go to jail. He was right. And I do believe that it would have never gone to trial. Never. It was never going to go to trial. That was never going to happen, because they had all of these, like, ops is what I'm hearing. They had like everything in play. Like, if this went down, this is how we'll get them. If this went down, they always were like 5 steps ahead. So if anyone was ever to get caught, someone else was going to be the fall person. We're going to get you, because they have law. It's like I'm taking law into my own hands. It's like, how do I word this? This is a weird example, but they're giving it to me. You know how like parents are like fed up. They like absolutely cannot control their kid, though. Don't get me started on how you're not supposed to control children. But anyway, like say you're a parent and you feel like your kid is like off the rails, right? And so you bring in like a jail sergeant to scare the shit out of your kid. You know what I mean? It's giving that. It's like, we can't control you anymore, and so we're going to scare you so that you do fall in line. And I feel like that is their system, where it's like there's these elite groups that we don't know about that have this system of law outside of our law. And it's like, I feel like, okay, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, I can't shake this feeling. I feel like either somewhere on the dark web or somewhere locked up in a vault somewhere, I believe there is a video. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, 0 facts here. I believe there is a video of him actually getting got, if you know what I mean. Because I keep seeing it like let this be a lesson to you, to the other people. It's like, we have all your shit, and I'm seeing like USB drives. We have all your information. We can get past the jail. We can get past the cops. You're not safe. If you ever sing, aka talk, we're gonna get you. And that was the fear here. It was like, he had so much information on other people that he was not scared regardless of the fact. And I'm seeing 555 as I'm saying that. And it's like, so this had to go down. This had to change, because he would have sang like a canary. He would have ratted everybody else out, because he's a very self-centered person. I mean, duh. I mean, the person's disgusting. He's not even human to me. But it's just like, we have our own. I just keep hearing an elite squad known as the special victims unit. Like, I just keep hearing that, and I keep seeing like an elite squad, but it's like, we have our own rules, we have our own laws, we have our own abilities. We can manipulate prisons, we can manipulate police, we can manipulate judges, we can manipulate everybody. But you are never going to get to trial, because we knew you were going to flip, so we took care of it. But we pretended like we were on your side. So I believe coming up to the moments where he allegedly unalived himself, but you heard what I said. Up to those moments, I believe that he still thought he was in good with these people. He still thought, I got so much dirt on you. You'll never hurt me. You'll always want to be on my side because I have all this dirt. It's like, I've done favors for you guys, and I have dirt on you, so you're never going to do me wrong. But what he didn't realize was you could just get got. But he like, the best way to shut you up is you're not going to be here at all. And I feel like they're just looking at him like, you're just so naive. You're so immature. You're so self-serving. You're not working with our crew of like-minded tomfuckery. Like, that's literally the vibe. Yeah, it's giving like today for tomorrow energy. Okay. I couldn't get the guy's birthday, so I set the intention that his cellmate would be the King of Wands. Just because he gave me like Leo energy. I feel like, how do I word this? There's something about the cellmate where he was involved in this somehow. The cellmate knows something, and the cellmate was glad to be in on it, because I feel like the cellmate was a cop. So, okay. Whatever happened in that cell, made him reevaluate where he was headed in life. I know this sounds so weird. I know this is off, like, random, but I feel like he was involved in this somehow in, like, how do I word this? I vaguely looked up the cellmate. I'm pretty sure that he was semi-recently arrested. Like, it wasn't like he had already been in jail for decades upon decades. He was recently in jail, and I believe they said he was a cop. So I feel like this, in some weird way, was meant to make this cop realize where he was going wrong in life. I just keep feeling like I'm in the cell with Jeff. And now it's like, oh my God, this level of evil that I couldn't even fathom. I'm looking at Jeff, and it's like, you're proud of this. You're telling me all this shit, and it's evil, and it's fucked up, and it's like nothing I've ever experienced anymore. This guy was terrified of Jeff. He was afraid of him. And I'm saying Jeff and not his entire name because I just don't want YouTube coming for me like that. But this is like my fallacy of my happily ever after is really starting to fall apart, because it's like I'm looking in the eye of what I could have become. I almost feel like this guy had a wake-up call. I don't know why this matters, but I'm being drawn to it. Maybe he might come out one day and talk about it. I don't know. But it's like, he was a cop, and then he ends up killing people. So I didn't really look into the why or anything, but this kind of gave him a wake-up call of like where my life's headed. I don't know why this is coming out this way. I expected it to be something else, which is why I had him in this reading. But it's giving me the vibe of like something in Jeff woke him up to why he was a cop in the first place. Because it's like, notice how he's like trying to save this woman. It's almost like, oh my God, like what have I done? Now I'm looking at life differently. How did I get on this road? How did I get on this path? This guy's fucking terrifying. I don't ever want to become this. Is this what my life has shaped up to? I think something about Jeff really just shook this dude to his core. It made him reevaluate everything. Like, I almost see this guy, like, what do we know about him now? Is he, like, doing church and shit? Because this is giving me the vibe of, like, you made me want to find Jesus. Like, that's the vibe of this. So, but I do also believe with the world in the reverse in this, especially with the key, I think somehow he was involved in the escape plan. I mean, not really shocking if he was in the same jail cell, but I feel like somehow he was involved. Like, I'm hearing cherry picked. So I feel like he was picked to be with Jeffrey. Maybe because he was a crooked cop. I'm not sure. But it's just giving the vibe of like, I was cherry picked for this. I was selected to help. But I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And now I feel reformed. Now I want to save people. So I don't know if this guy is now, you know, leading church choirs or something like that. But something about what he got himself involved with. I wonder if like he was paid off too or something like that. I could get that vibe as well, because it's like a wish fulfillment, but like I didn't realize what I was getting myself into. So maybe like he made a deal with these people to help them get him out. But like when he got to know Jeff, it was like, oh my God, like this is like the devil incarnate type of vibe. It's giving me like, I am terrified. This is like, I told my guides ahead of time, do not put me in this energy because it's just way too dark and it would probably knock me out for like a week. So I'm tapping into the people around him, and this is like a terror thing. I feel like originally he was part of the group, not part of the group, but like he was involved in the escape plan. But getting to know Jeff made him really reevaluate his life, everything like that. So there's just something to do with the frickin', I don't know, something to do with this guy. Yeah, maybe it made him reevaluate how he treated people. That control isn't everything. Okay, but we're back to Jeff now. They felt like, whoever this group is, whoever the little black book is, they felt like he was getting too big for his britches. And it's like, yeah, because I don't say britches. I never say that word ever. That was weird. But it's like, this woman, Ghislaine's a Capricorn, but this feels like Ghislaine right now. This woman and you two together, you're not making a good pair. You're making bad choices. You feel like you're invincible. We have to clean up after your messes. I feel like there's some stuff that either he did or she did or both of them did that like either sort of got out or had a chance of getting out. And I'm seeing like Google washing it. So it's like, I think they've screwed up before. So they were already kind of mindful of like, this guy's got to go. It feels like he's the top of the pyramid, if not like one of the top players. And it's like, we don't care how high up you are. You are fucking up our own, because I'm hearing like, what is it? Something system, spirit, say it again. Ecosystem, thank you. It's like they have their own system and you're fucking with our system. Yeah, and they're really pissed at Ghislaine too, but I'm not really sure why. I feel like she also had a big head too. It's like these two together, it's like they didn't follow the rules of the structure that they had. And so it was like, you got to go. It's like, you're exhausting. We have to clean up after all of your messes. You do something fucked up and you're like, well, it's okay because I got dirt on everybody, but you're risking us getting exposed. And I'm being drawn to how the 3 candles reminds me again of like the 3 of Wands. And it's in reverse. It's like, we don't know how to move forward when you keep playing these games. So again, I feel like he was like narcissistic / sociopathic. This guy did not care about like cops, justice, jail, none of that stuff. He just felt like he was on top of the world, quite literally, and that you could never get him. He was never going to go down. Worst case scenario in his mind was, okay, I'm going to have to flip on some of these people enough to get immunity so I could go to another country, rinse, wash, repeat. That was his mindset back then. But the group, I can't pick up on specific people. I'm not going to lie, I just saw Oprah when I said that. I don't know if that's legit or if it's like that level, like billionaire level. But I did just see Oprah in my mind, so I got to throw it out there, and the 4:44 on my clock when I said that. So I don't know, but it's giving me the vibe of like, what I'm seeing is like you're bleeding onto other things. So you're fucking up our ecosystem because I don't know how else to word this. It's like he has he doesn't worry about repercussions because he doesn't feel like he has any. So he does shit and he's not clean about it. It's like, if anybody watched the show Dexter, remember how Dexter was like so clean? He just cleaned everything. It's just, he had the plastic wrap, all of it. Jeff would be the type that's like, boom, you're dead. I'll figure it out when I get to it. There's blood everywhere. My prints are on the gun. I got people in low places. I'll figure it out. Just like this is the emperor in reverse. It's like, I'm in power, but I am manipulative. I'm vindictive. I don't think that anybody can get me. That's the problem. It's like he had one hell of an ego and he had to get got. Like, that's the vibe. Oh, Hangman's upright. Yeah, so he was dealt with elsewhere. In his home. So wherever these people met up. Because, like, notice how that person's kind of like driving a stake into something. So I feel like, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, I feel like he was either sacrificed and they taped it, or he was sacrificed in front of the people. It was more like because what I'm seeing, which is really screwed up, but it reminds me of like back in middle school when they had no blocks on certain internet sites, and I accidentally stumbled across like maybe Al-Qaeda, but it was like someone like hacking off the head and like holding it. It was a legitimate video, but that's what I'm seeing. It's like either they videotaped it or they did it in front of everybody, and it's like, this is what's going to happen to you if you talk. We will find you before the police can save you, before you can get a new name and hide. We will get you. It's like, this is our job. This is what we're a part of our own elite group, and so you're not going to be hung there. You're going to be dealt with elsewhere. It's like, this is aggression. This is like, how do I word this? See, I'm channeling, so sometimes I go back to the cards and then I'm like, I get a little tongue-tied. It's like misguided aggression. It's like, you think you have to worry about the police and them and stuff like that, but you have to worry about us because you screwed up our home life. You screwed up, because it's giving me like a cult on a plot of land. It's like maybe not just the island. Maybe there's other places that they, cohabitate and have fun and do their F shit. But it's like, you will be unalived, but we're going to take you elsewhere to do it because we need you to understand that this shit doesn't fly with us. And we also need the people in the ecosystem to understand you will be dealt with. So I do not believe at all that this man's alive. He's not alive at all. Yeah. I don't feel like this is Ghislaine. I feel like there is a woman that's also powerful that was like, that rallied the troops and was like, this isn't working for us. This is not benefiting us. He's got too much dirt on us. This agreement, this contract, this treaty, this needs to end. This has got to slow down. He's too much. He's doing too much. There's a woman that's in power that's part of this group. I don't feel like it's Ghislaine because she's a Capricorn. I haven't even seen that yet. But this is like give and take, but it's not, the power structure is not, it's not equal. So it's like some woman like made the call. She could be a water sign, but this is someone that people just, they have faith in her. They believe that she's the one to go to. It's like, we know that she'll clean up the mess. There's a woman in power here that it was like the moment this didn't benefit us anymore, it had to end. And the moment he got caught, it was like, we need to remove you from the justice system. We'll arrange for that to happen. He was under the belief that he would just get out, but no, it was to get him. Yeah. He thought it was an escape plan. It was not. Yeah. It's just, this feels like a couple. Is there a couple involved in this? Could there be a couple that like, could there be a couple? I know my conspiracy theorists are like, the king and queen, or Oprah, or Beyonce and Jay-Z, or something like that. But this just feels like a couple that have a Hillary and Bill. I don't know. Like, but there's a couple involved in this. But it's like she calls the shots. She's higher up. I don't know how that plays out. She calls the shots. He's involved in this. There's a couple. We helped him escape. But notice how as she's escaping, she's looking at something else. It's because we're luring him out and into where he needs to go so we can get him ourselves. I think at one point, he knew. I almost see like a switch up. Because like I see, it's like we're driving in a blacked out van. And I'm feeling good about this. But now something's coming over me. And now I'm kind of like, wait a second. Why is everybody quiet? Why is there tension in this vehicle? Why are we headed over there? That's not our agreement. We didn't agree to go there. Why are we going there? And then maybe she's, because I see someone looking back and being like, oh, we got to stop here first for something. And it's like, now I'm on to you. Now I kind of have a feeling I know what's going on. So I feel like the moments leading up to I feel like he knew something in him clicked. It was like, oh shit, you guys are going to deal with this in a different way. So I feel like once he was in the vehicle, allegedly, because obviously he was unalived at the jail, I feel like he knew. And at one point in the car, it's like, I'm getting aggressive. I feel very constrained. I feel overwhelmed because I know you're leading me somewhere else. And I wonder if because I almost feel like this couple warned him. It's like, you know better. You know better, so do better. So I feel like it's almost like, you know what it's giving me the vibe of? It's like, here's this blacked out van that's outside of the jail, and someone helped me get out of the jail, and now I get into the van, and now I'm feeling like I'm on top of the world. I knew they couldn't get me, but now I see who's in the passenger seat, and it's you. And now I'm like, fuck. This is not going to end the way I thought it would. It's like the moment I see this person's face, and it's the woman, the moment I see her, it's like, oh shit, my time's up. That's the vibe. Hierophant, yep. And then everything falls to shit. That's literally, yep, this cannot keep going. This is like finances, agreements, exchanges. Nope. You're not working with us anymore. This is going to fall apart. This is our structure. You fucked it up. And now it's like, this is giving me like today for tomorrow energy from the Dark Mirror Oracle. It's like, you got to go. And so they dealt with it in their own hands. That's the vibe. What is the back deck energy? I don't really know if there's much else I can get from this, because I don't want to be in his energy. It's bad. So I'm not going there. So I just asked what happened that day. I see people getting paid off at the door. I see a blacked out van waiting for him. I see whoever this woman is, she's in the passenger side. And it's like the moment we make eye contact, I realize what's really about to happen. That's the vibe. Yep, it's like now I'm on the chopping block. I was once the star in this, and now it's like quite literally trapped up. And now I got to defend, but I'm the underdog. I'm not going to win. We are now offering you up to be dealt with. That's the vibe of this. This is, I made this myself, and now I have to deal with it. So I wonder if, like, allegedly, maybe they did actually hang him and then, like, give the body back or something. Because it's a lot about sacrifice, which kind of gives me the vibe. And the hangman was upright, so maybe they hung him themselves and then brought the body back. That's possible too. But it's just giving me the vibe of, like, time's up. Now it's you that has to pay the Pied Piper. Everybody's watching you, and we're going to bring you down. You're the underdog. We're bringing you down. That's the vibe. Ignoring my intuition. Yeah, it's like he thought they would save him, but that was not at all the plan. This doesn't work anymore. Literally, this does not work anymore. We got to walk away from this. Friction. Ignoring my intuition. I thought we had a business arrangement. I feel like if this makes anybody feel better, the last minutes of his life, terror. Freaking pure terror. He realized that he is in fact going to get got. Especially, like, with the moon being reversed in the middle, it's like, it doesn't work. It's being exposed that I've ignored my intuition, and now I'm the underdog. I'm going to have to save myself, but I'm actually on the chopping block. This is anxiety that I created for myself, and now I'm fucked. I believe they took care of it themselves, whoever these evil people are. Yeah, devil, but also, like, culty stuff. This is literally giving me Olivia Benson from SVU, which I just kept hearing. So these might be like a whole network of people that are kitty diddlers. Because SVU has been playing loud as shit in my head. But yeah, we need to separate ourselves and be independent from him. Your arrogance, your ego, you got to be taken down. So yeah, I feel like he was brought to a secondary location and then either publicly or on video was taken out, and it was kind of like a, let this be a lesson to the rest of you. We can get all of you. It doesn't matter how high up on the food chain you think you are. If you fuck with our ecosystem, we're going to take you down because we don't want any of this going out. So it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. We don't have to be friends, but we're going to stick together in the fact of, like, not getting caught. So say you like to unalive people, and then you got someone else in the group that likes kids, and then you got someone else in the group that sacrifices animals, and it's like, we don't have those things in common, but we all don't want to get caught. So I might not be into messing with children, but I do like to kill people, and so we both bond together over not wanting to get caught. It's like this really sick, disgusting group, and it's like, we don't want to get caught. You have a big mouth. You're gonna sing. You gotta go. That's the freaking vibe, y'all. I'm sorry. This is gross. I'll finish it with Dark Mirror, but yeah, that's what I'm getting. I do believe he's gone. That being said, where are these people? Are these people getting got too? Because these aren't good people that did the work. So yeah, let's end this with some Dark Mirror. I just keep hearing the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I feel like there are weird connections in this group that, like, maybe keep an eye out for, like, really super rich people that are friends online in real life, and you're like, why the hell are they friends? It might be those people. I don't know. Because it's giving me, like, Oprah and Harvey. You know what I mean? It's giving that. So it could quite literally be Oprah and Harvey, but I don't know. Let's see. Final messages for the day in which the event occurred. I'm done. It's like I'm fucking psychic. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I got to learn how to block out swears because I swear too much. Do I need to say more? Like, do I even need to pull more cards? Like, do I really? Remember how I was seeing something about teeth and, like, cadaver? I don't use the word cadaver. Like, I mean, I do watch Grey's Anatomy, but I don't use that word. Yep. You're not going to see what really goes down. He paid the Pied Piper, guys. He really is gone. Just not the way that we've been told. Yeah, what did I tell you? There's a woman. There is a woman that orchestrated this, and it's not Ghislaine. Ghislaine was like the fall guy. But it's like a woman ordered the hit, and she was in the vehicle. She knew it was going down, and because, like, notice how she's holding this rod? It's like, not on my watch. This is my world. I created this. It's like a cult that's behind the scenes. Yeah, fated to suffer. You asked for it. This is yours now. You did this. You got caught. You knew the rules. It's like they have their own system or something, their own rules that you have to follow in order to be a part of this weird ass club. And he didn't follow the rules. So yeah, with the hiding true self, that's quite literally the body swap that I felt. Naked before the stars, it's in reverse. So we will never see justice. We will never see him because they took it into their own hands. He was dealt with, put on a platter, wherever their little group is, and they dealt with him themselves. And with anger and change, it was like, enough. Like, you cause us too many problems. You risk us being exposed all the time. We're sick of your shit. You got to go. We got to put an end to this. I'm tired of being stressed out. I'm tired of worrying about if we're going to get caught. I'm tired of how it's like he moves like a teenager with no consequences for anything. And I'm not saying that what he did was good. I'm glad that he got caught and that this shit's being taken care of. But that, from their perspective, it's like, you're not following our rules. You're getting us in danger of getting caught, so you got to go. So we'll put Ghislaine out there so that they have a fall guy. We're going to deal with you because you knew better. You were higher up, and we're going to deal with that. You also need to be something that we put on a platter so that everybody else knows to stay in their lane, because this will happen to you. You will not be saved by the justice system. You will not be saved by, because I'm seeing like, I wonder if he thought that he could like get a name change with the immunity and like go to a different country under the name of like Greg something. You know what I mean? Like, it's given the vibe of like, I can rat you all out and then go somewhere else and live off the rest of my days, and hell, maybe start another fucking network. But that's the vibe of this. It's like, we knew he would take us down, so we're going to take him down. And not only that, because this is the first major time where we risked exposure as a group, we have to make you, what is it? It's like you're the poster boy of why not to cross us. That's the vibe. This is why we took you out of the jail. This is why we brought you on a pedestal. We showed everybody what we are capable of. Don't you dare ever risk ratting us out. That is the vibe of this entire reading. They got him. They brought him to an undisclosed location. They took care of him either in front of a bunch of people or on camera, allegedly. Envious gluttony. Yeah, it's like this guy had no self-awareness. It's like, I'm going to do whatever I want because I want to do it. It's like, I'm part of the group, but I don't give a shit about the group. And it's like, you're screwing us over. You're risking us getting caught. You got to go. Like, 9, 5 is the number of change. 9 again with the 2 and the 9. But this is like, it's just giving me a vibe of like, this has to end because you're risking our structure. So I do believe there's more people involved in this that have not been caught, that are still doing their shit. Perchance it's like, you thought we were going to save you, not, and then 8 and 2 reduces to 10, which is the end of a cycle. You thought you were going to get out of this. Nope, we're not saving you. We'll save you from regular people jail, but you're going to deal with us. Yeah, because you're killing what we're creating. We can't have that happen anymore. Notice the 10 again with the 10. It's got to end. You're destroying our. It's like they have their own sick freaking ecosystem of their own rules, and it's giving like stray civilization except for bad people. Yeah, it's like, because you were too obsessed with everything that benefited you, so you gotta go. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. As always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. There are 0 facts here. This is just for fun. No facts, none at all. But as always, if you enjoyed these readings, please give it a like. It really does support my channel. I appreciate it so much. If you could fill in any of the blanks for me, please leave it in the comments. Any future readings you want to see, put them in the comments. They're much better off in the community posts, though, because I look back at those. So put them in the community posts. But as always, if you enjoyed these, please like, comment, share this video so that people know what's going on. Subscribe. Hey, my regulars. Love you all so much. Appreciate you guys. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Links are all down below. If you'd like to book a personal reading, links are all down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed, stay free. Wishing you all love and light. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.
The Comic, the